Finding the unit rate from a graph. Remember that a unit rate is a ratio between two quantities, with one of the quantities having a value of 1. So for example, if we have the unit rate 35 miles per hour, that means we can travel 35 miles for every 1 hour. And the unit rate 10 years per decade means that there are 10 years for every 1 decade. That's what a decade is 10 years. So 1 decade equals 10 years. So let's see how we can find the unit rate when given a graph. So method 1 is the 1R strategy, where R stands for rate, in our case unit rate. And that's very simple. All you have to do is find 1 on the x-axis and then move your finger up to the line and then over to the y-axis, and that y-coordinate is the unit rate. So let's do that here. We're going to find 1 on the x-axis. Remember, the horizontal axis is the x-axis, and the vertical axis is the y-axis. So we want to find 1 on the x-axis. So that's this right over here. Then we're going to move our finger up to the line, meaning this red line over here. So we're going to move our finger up to the line and then over to the y-axis, and that coordinate is the unit rate. So in this case, our unit rate is 4 videos per month. Okay, it's very important that you look at what the units for each axis are. So this 4 was on the y-axis, which is videos, and this 1 was on the x-axis, which was months. So that means 4 videos per month. And that might refer to, let's say, how many videos a teacher makes for his or her class every month. All right, now let's talk about why this strategy works. Why is it that when we find 1 on the x-axis and then go up to the line and then over to the y-axis, that this number represents the unit rate? And it's actually not too hard to understand why if you just remember what a unit rate is. A unit rate, as we saw in the last slide, is a ratio between two quantities, with one of the quantities having a value of 1. So if I'm looking for a unit rate of videos per month, what does that mean? It means how many videos does the teacher make for every 1 month? Well, if I want to know that, I just find 1 over here. It's very convenient for me. And then I just see how many videos go along with that. Okay, so it just follows directly from the definition of a unit rate. Videos per month means the number of videos in 1 month, and that's why we have to find 1 over here on the x-axis. Now, what if we are not lucky enough to have a 1 on the x-axis? You can see in this case, there is no 1 on the x-axis. So we can't use the 1R strategy. Luckily, there is another strategy we can use, which is the dividing coordinates strategy. And the way that works is we just pick any point on the line except for the origin. So do not pick the point 0, 0. That's this point over here, do not pick that for this strategy. But you can pick any other point that's on the line and just divide the y-coordinate by the x-coordinate. So let's see how that would work. I'm just going to pick a point now that's on the line. I'll pick this point right over here. And now all I have to do is divide the y-coordinate. So let me go this way and find the y-coordinate. That is 27. I have to divide that by the x-coordinate. So let me go down this way and find the x-coordinate. That is 9. So my unit rate is going to be 27 videos divided by 9 months is equal to 3 videos per month. Because I divided videos by month, that gives me videos per month. Okay, and that's it. That's all you have to do for the dividing coordinate strategy. And like I said, it'll work no matter what point we pick. So I could have picked this point right over here, and that would give me 36 for the y-coordinate and 12 for the x-coordinate. And 36 divided by 12 is also equal to 3. So that would also give me 36 videos, 3 videos per month. Yeah, so 36 videos in 12 months is 3 videos per month. So same answer that I got the first time. Just remember to not pick the origin. Do not pick that point because 0 divided by 0, anything divided by 0 is undefined. So that's something that you're not allowed to do in math, is divide by 0. Alright, so again, let's talk about why this strategy works. And the reason that it works is because all you have to do to find a unit rate is divide. And that's all we're doing here. That's something that we learned in another video. To find a unit rate, all you have to do is divide. So we're just following that procedure, and all we're doing is dividing. Now, if that explanation does not satisfy you, then you could answer this problem by setting up a proportion. So you could, if you wanted to, let's say, set up the proportion 27 months over 27 videos over 9 months equals how many videos in 1 month, because a unit rate is always for every one of something. And to answer this, we would cross multiply, and we would get 27. 27 times 1 is 27, equals 9 times x is 9x. Then divide both sides by 9, and we get x equals 3. Okay? We could have also used this ordered pair, 12, 36. So 36 videos are made in 12 months. How many videos are made in 1 month? Again, cross multiply. Notice since we're just multiplying by 1, this number, the 36, is going to stay the same. So we get 36 equals 12 times x is just 12x. And again, divide both sides, in this case by 12, and we get x equals 3. Same answer. Notice that both times, all we really ended up doing was dividing the number of videos by the number of months. To get that 3, all we really needed to do was 27 divided by 9. Same thing over here. All we really did was divide the number of videos by the number of months. over here in this step, we did 36 divided by 12, and again we got 3. Now that happens because of this 1 over here. When we multiply this with this number does not change at all. So we get this number right over here. This 36 didn't change, we got it over here. And also every time we multiply this number by x, this number stays the same. So this number is not going to change, and it's just going to go right over here. Same thing with this number, it just goes right over here. So our last step is always just to take this number which did not change and divide it by this number which did not change. And that gives us the unit rate. So that's a brief reminder of why it is that we always just divide to find the unit rate. And that gives us this very easy strategy here of just dividing the coordinates in order to find the unit rate if we are given the information in graph form. Okay, have a wonderful night.